We on our way to Plato's Closet so I could sell some clothes or whatever. But I just wanted to let y'all know Walmart got Crip fans for the love. Crip fans for the love. Anybody out there, you know what I'm saying, want to keep your high C cool. You cool your C's off over here at Walmart. Your friendly neighborhood Walmart, gang banging with the fans. Ridiculous. And they better not give me $6 for this bag of clothes at Plato's neither.
I know you ain't into her. But she is the best option you could grab. You're insecure.
I've been getting cash, been flipping grams, been had a bag. Boy, you been broke, you been had a cash. Bins with the tag, offset, rim, shit stack.
Okay, so it's 4th of July. Hey, y'all. We on our way to Anthony's cousin's house for a barbecue, or is it a barbecue or like a potluck? A barbecue. And we originally didn't have no plans. My uncle was cooking today, but it was closer to go over here. And if we go to the fireworks, I think it'll be a shorter drive. And we was planning on going to, can you let the back windows up? We were planning on going to Centennial Park for fireworks, but we're not sure yet. It depends on how we feel by the end of the night, because after you get a full stomach, you already know if you want to lean back and chill out, get the itis or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much what we up to. Nothing major. Well, I just want to say more stuff. I don't know. That's funny. It's hot in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, my highlight, duh. Y'all like this highlight? Yes. It's not even a highlight. It is the Papa Don't Peach blush. I just basically like crammed it on today. Like I wasn't playing. I just kept like like literally beating my face with this stuff. But it has its own little shimmer to it, so I just used it as a highlight and a blush. Like I didn't put any highlight on top of it or anything. I didn't even have to go into the glow kit or nothing. And yes, I cut my hair. Yes, honey. I cut it myself in my very own bathroom with some school scissors. Yeah, I just got tired of it. I was gonna film it, but it was like a spur of the moment thing, and with me, like if I make a decision like out the blue, I gotta hurry up and go through with it, because then I'll start thinking of other reasons why I shouldn't do it. So I just stood there and kept cutting, and yeah, I'm living this carefree, hair-free life. Hashtag the cut life. When they gonna put me on their Instagram with this popping highlight. Yeah. Love it. Yeah, this is cute though. But no, a lot of people, before I get into that, when I was at work, kids will try you. When I was at work, this little girl in my class was like, no, she's not in my class, she's in my friend's class, and she's like a year or two younger than the girls that's in my class, so she's in like 5th or 6th grade, I think. She was like, Miss Destiny? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I mean, your hair is cute, short and everything, but I like it long better, okay? I like it. It was better long. I said, okay, what am I supposed to say? Like, is this a compliment? She was like, well, I don't, like, she didn't think about the fact that, like, that's, like, shade, low-key. And I was like, okay, well, like, what am I supposed to say back? Thank you. And she was like, well, you don't have to say anything. I said, sometimes you don't either, boo. Like, I never yell at kids, but I will get you together, like, on some subtle stuff. Like, no, don't do me. But yeah, I love my haircut. I'm probably gonna dye it jet black or red. I'm trying to decide, but probably red because my birthday is in the fall and July will be over before you know it, and then we will be back into the best season of the year. Based on what you want to hear.
Right. So that's the type of rap y'all like. That's the type of rap y'all like. It is. Like,
that debunks your whole argument.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
You know what?
You saying what we believe
Jay said the best thing. You told me a long time ago. Why are you trying to talk to these folks? You ain't gonna
I'm
never
not
be
listening to
right.
him.
You can't argue with old heads.
I don't even know why they're
And the way they were doing it was just like they were just bucking the whole system. And when they came out with that, man, it was like
Tupac was so hard. They wanted to lock him up. They wanted to lock him up.
That was a police issue when they came out with Fight the Power.
Yeah.
That was a police issue with NWA taking after police. I mean, that's not the first thing to do. Oh my God. That was a whole issue. They tried to shut them down like y'all can't rap anymore.
They locked up like 15 times. And he still had a better career at
being locked up don't make you hard.
We're not talking about career, we talking about music and
Music,
lyrics.
period. How you think your career get popping? You got good music. Definitely.
I mean, Vanilla Ice had a career. He wasn't
No,
good.
he had some songs. That ain't a career. That's some songs.
I mean, we didn't even talk about Africa Bombala and all them.
Oh my God. Break it down. When you break it down.
We didn't want to go back there.
Break it down. Break it down.
That still don't make them better than him. Just because they deeper or was deep when y'all was out, when y'all was like me.
Oh my God.
If Pac was alive, he'd still be deep too.
Oh my God. You bump any of their you bump any of their music.
And
You
it's
got
not,
young and old.
and it's not riding.
Repeating the lyrics.
It ain't riding.
You got young and old repeating the
It
lyrics.
ain't riding though.
But see, all of Whatever. But who the first to say when an old record come on, we be like, y'all know nothing about that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know something about that. Yeah, y'all trying to claim it all. I don't even want to hear it.
I'm just saying. All right, yeah.
Punk is not the best. I'm sorry. He's just not. He was good. He ain't good, but he wasn't the best.
He is. He is. It's cool.
It's your opinion. Opinion.
And you can pick anybody in that car.
Magic Johnson.
You pick Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Y'all see that game?
It depends on how you
Magic Johnson. Wait a minute.
So based on how you
6'8" guard, point guard, handle the ball better than anybody. Prove that not only can I play number 1, I can play number 2, 3, 4, and I can play center. Because when it came down to it, and when Kareem got hurt, he had to play center, scored 42 points in a championship game at center.
Why you yelling at me though? I ain't even say nothing. I'm not the one disagreeing with you. That's him.
The transition. The coach came to him. Imagine you just step up your game. You just score more. No problem. Boy scored 37 points a game.
Let her have one side.
Let her have one side. Okay. She about to say something. That's why you so wet.
Swim away.
She can't go nowhere. Both sides of her. She's so salty. I'ma still sit here. Where you going?
All right. I'm about to take this makeup off, but of course, I have to come and tell y'all what's been on my mind and also just get out of my head so that like when I get over this thought process, I can remember it, you know, like look back on it like I said in the last video. So anyways, I was talking to some of the girls in my class at work. I have a class full of middle school girls. And we talk about like life skills and girl stuff like puberty, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know how we were talking about taxes and stuff. Like how to file taxes, how you claim a person when you fill all that out and stuff. And one girl was telling me that like she has like details. I'm not gonna give too much of it away, but basically she was saying like she knows a lot of details about like her parents and their involvement with like a child support agreement, blah blah blah. And it made me think like the whole time that she was like telling me things and asking me questions about her situation, well, her parents' situation, because really it's not her situation. The whole time that she was talking to me about, I was thinking like, dang, like she really shouldn't have to worry about that. Like it's certain stuff you should not. My point in saying all this is not to tell her business, but to say like it's certain stuff you should not involve your kids in, like your financial business. Like you should not involve your kids in that. When they ask for stuff, you can say like on one hand like I don't have the money for it right now or something, but like to tell a child like, oh, like I can't get you blah 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 for prom because I just paid child support. Like, okay, what does child support have to do with anything? Child support is to make up for the money that you would have put in on bills if you were in the house full time. It's not to make up for spending money that neither parent has, or like what? It's not to make up for extra lunch money and stuff. Like, no, it's really for bills and stuff. Like, make sure the kid like gets the same lifestyle that they would get if you were around. So of course it's gonna go to household stuff. It's not gonna go to freaking prom shoes or stuff like that. So yeah, like I just wish she didn't have to know about that type of stuff. And it even goes back, like I've always thought about stuff like this. Even goes back to like when I was in high school, this boy's sister, this boy that I knew, his sister was like, oh, I can't wait till I get older. When I get my food stamps, because I'm gonna have all the flavors of noodles. And she was like, probably like 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that at that age. Like she wasn't like a preteen yet. She was like a fresh like middle age, like kind of like a kid, kind of not, you know what I'm saying? But she was like, yeah, I can't wait till I get my food stamps when I get older, so I can okay, there we go. So I can get all the flavors of noodles. And I'm just like, she shouldn't want to get food stamps when she get older, but because like she's so involved in like the day, and I know this girl could name the day like her mom gets stamps, and like she would really ask like, mom, like since you're going grocery shopping at the end of the week, can you get us this, this, and this? And it would be like, how do you know I'm going grocery shopping at the end of the week? Because that's the day you get your food stamps. Like, your kids shouldn't know about how you, I ain't gonna say they shouldn't know about how you provide for them or what it takes, but they shouldn't know about your overall financial situation. Like, I just don't think that that's that's a burden they should have to carry. Like, they should be worried about like you saying yes or no to the stuff they ask you to buy, not how you gonna get the money, what you paid for it before they asked you for it, who you paid it to, how many hours you had to work. Like, that's not a stress that they should have to like consider. They should be able to ask for stuff without feeling like they inconveniencing your whole budget for some stuff. Like, OMG, calm down. Like, they just thinking about instant gratification. They're not thinking about the long term. And like sometimes, you know, if it's like a teenager or something, that's different. Like they think like some stuff's just not fair and they can't have this and that. But like they need to understand the like long term use of money and all that. But little kids, like, you should not be 11, 12, like thinking about like, oh, my mom just got a different job and she makes like $6 less there, so I'm probably gonna only be getting one new pair of school shoes instead of 3 like usually. Like, this is real stuff. Like, and their parents haven't even said this stuff to them. Like, they're just assuming that they're gonna get less stuff because their parents had to take a pay cut. When really, let's say this girl's dad told her mom, like, you know, I got a promotion coming up and I want you to, like, you know, get a part-time job so you don't be as stressed out, so you can help out more, like, around the house with the kids and stuff. Like, what if something like that was really happening behind the scenes and she's just, like, sitting around worried about, oh, well, my mom can't afford to take me school shopping anymore and my dad's always at work. Well, you know, that shouldn't be even within her concern, but because her mom is always like, well, you know good and well I just started a new job, so you should not be asking me for anything. You're just inconsiderate of everything that I do for you and blah, blah, blah. Like, it should not be like a fuss fest because you're including your child in your business. Like, literally, you should just be able to say no without explanation, because sometimes they just need to hear no. Yes, mom, I hear you. Sometimes they just need to be able to hear no, but like, I don't think that they should know like the tax deductible reasons why. But yeah, it's just certain stuff I just think kids don't need to know. And financial worries are definitely like not their problem and not their fault. So unless you're gonna start charging these little kids rent to live in your house, keep it to yourself. Cause no shade to anybody who keeps their kids involved for the sake of like giving them an understanding, but everybody's child isn't mature enough for that conversation. I just think like, I ain't gonna say kids shouldn't be involved in your financial business, but I think you should like think about how mature your child is before you just start ranting at them about your adult problems that have absolutely nothing to do with the fact that like some new Jordans are coming out. Like, okay, mom, you paid for all this stuff and you had to pay all that last month and I still got new shoes, so okay, I'm about to wash my face and then put on some sweats because we're going to the fireworks pretty soon. And I know some people, I'm using this Clinique Turnaround Overnight Revitalizing Moisturizer. It is the bomb, for real. Like, I love this stuff. But I know some people's parents, like, they tell them what's going on financially so that the child will stop asking for as much stuff. Like, so they'll understand why the parent is going to have to tell them no for a while. But, like, I know little kids who, like, really worry about that after you tell them stuff like that. Like, they don't want to ask for, like, $2 to get snacks on a field trip because, like, no, like, you know, my mom got laid off, so I didn't want to ask her for nothing. Do you have $2, Miss Destiny? Like, and of course I'm not allowed to give them money, so I have to say no. But my point is, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like you can't have your child managing your stress about your finances. Like, that's not their responsibility to manage your financial stress. Just because you're stressed out about money, they shouldn't have to watch what they say that they want. Like, or watch what they talk about around you and stuff like that because you're going through a situation. So, I don't know. I just feel like you should think about, like, the after effect of those conversations. Like, I digress. And also, Kodak Black don't like dark-skinned girls, in case y'all didn't know. In case anybody was concerned about what Kodak Black likes. Anybody. Like, anyone at all. If anybody in the world was concerned about what Kodak Black likes, he does not like dark-skinned women. I'm not entertaining this fool. He is a mess. First of all, who cared? Like, who asked you? Second of all, like, are we supposed to, like, be offended? Or, like, I mean, are women supposed to be offended by that? Like, oh my God, Kodak won't like me. No, Kodak won't like me. Like, I don't know anybody who's gonna care, but I guess when you thrive off your ego, shit happens. You say stuff like that because you feel like everybody feeling you. He act like that one friend. He acts like that one friend that think everybody trying to talk to them all the time. Like, that one friend is like, oh my God, like, did you see how he was looking at our table, girl? He was trying to talk to me. I could tell. Oh my God, girl, like, he texted me 4 times yesterday. Like, he was trying to talk to me. Girl, he texted me this morning talking about what you doing today. Like, he was trying to talk to me. Like, he always trying to come at me. Like, everywhere you go, she think that any dude that was there was trying to talk to her. Kodak act like that friend. Like, okay, girl, first of all, who asked you for these stories? Nobody said, like, was he trying to talk to you? Like, nobody said that. You just came out the blue with it. Like, sit down. Hey, y'all. So, I just left a job interview, right? It was literally the most, like, useless interview ever. It was just very pointless. The guy was, like, trying to make the job sound like a job that it wasn't. And every time that I asked a question, he would, like, talk around it and then try to add something personal in there to get me, like, off the subject or to lighten my, like, seriousness up, because I'm really serious in interviews. And, like, what, like, social work teaches us, well, taught me how to do interviews, and that is a tactic. So it was clear that he was trying to get me to lighten up, but it's like, y'all are hitting people up out of the blue. I don't know. But basically, I never actually applied for the job. They hit me up on ZipRecruiter and was like, come for an interview. So I show up, and basically I have, like, no idea. Basically, I have no idea, like, what to expect or whatever. Hold on, I'm about to get in the car. But yeah, basically, I have no idea what to expect. And they contacted me off ZipRecruiter, like I said. And, like, I show up because they're like, we're hiring for, like, 6 different positions, blah, blah, blah. I get here, and when I get into the interview, the guy's, like, giving me this whole spiel about what the company does, blah, blah, blah. And I'm in my head like, I know all of this. Like, I researched it out before I got here. I'm an adult. So then he was like, well, do you have any questions? I'm like, yes, but not about the company, more about the hiring process. And he was like, oh, okay, well, you have some questions about training? I was like, no, what positions are you hiring for today? And how can I find information on the hourly wages for those positions or the salary ranges? And he kind of like threw in another personal question about like what I do now and why I want to change it to get me off the subject. But it's like, I'm keeping track of the fact that you haven't answered any of my questions straightforward. So yeah, it was pretty annoying, and I didn't want the job anyway, so that's good. Not that's good, because like, I mean, if it pays better, then it pays better, but unfortunately it doesn't. So either way, like, I won't be back here. But yeah, definitely a interesting experience. He totally tried to hype it up. He was like asking me all these personal questions about life and trying to make it like, you know, you can start training tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, but what if I like work tomorrow? Like, I haven't had time to quit my current job. Are y'all just looking for people who don't have jobs? He looked so disappointed when I was like, I can't make it to training tomorrow. And he was like, okay, well, you know, we have training scheduled every day from tomorrow until next Friday. I'm like, I work all next week. Like, how is that going to work out for the people y'all are hiring who have jobs? Like, and then he made it seem like I would be so far behind in my abilities to keep up with the workplace if I didn't show up tomorrow for training. Like, well, you pay me what I would have made, like, if I would have showed up to work. So yeah, definitely not taking that job. But no, millennials and whoever else is out there interviewing for jobs, you don't have to take everything that is thrown at you. You don't have to accept average, or just, you don't have to accept what you don't want, period. Like, there are plenty of jobs out there. That's why Indeed and other stuff exists in the first place. There's too many jobs to put in one place. Yeah. And about the fireworks, we didn't go last night. We fell asleep. But he was trying to flex on me too. Like, yeah, you know, I've been working here so long that, you know, I'm a remote manager. So I work for myself and I make my own schedule and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, it's good that that's a possibility, because like, I would love to work from home so I could build my web design business. So he was like, oh, you're into web design? Like, trying to skip the subject again. I'm like, you have no room to be skipping subjects after you're starting my interview 30 minutes late. And you don't have a copy of my resume with you, and you don't even know whether my first name is my last or my last is my first, because you didn't look at my file before I got here. Anyway, so he tried to flex on me. He was like, yeah, he was like, I'm at a position now where I can open my own expansion office. And then he started looking over at this map that was on the wall. And I'm like, how convenient that a map is on the wall. And he's like, I can't decide if I want to open it in Florida or in Cali. And like, he was like, but New York is looking good too. You ever been to Texas? I'm like, no. So then we start talking about traveling. Like, boy, if you don't get all of this trickery out of my life, like, I don't want to work here. Like, you officially sound more like a scam and less like a HR person. Goodbye. Like,